everyone. I'm Jan Angel, your 26th District State Representative. The legislature's in special session after failing to come to an agreement to close a $1.1 billion budget shortfall. There's a lot of frustration that a solution wasn't reached during the 60-day regular session, which ended March 8th. One of the biggest points of the contention over the budget is a plan by the majority party to withhold a payment of more than $300 million to K through 12 schools until the next budget year begins in July of 2013. As you know, I'm a strong supporter of education. I believe we need to fund education first before anything else in the budget. That also means that we pay our bills on time and we provide certainty for our school districts and our teachers. There's also a lot of finger pointing going on between the parties over why we're in special session, but finger pointing won't provide a balanced budget, nor will it allow this special session to adjourn. I say everyone needs to check their egos at the door, sit down and negotiate an acceptable budget with no gimmicks, pass the budget, and adjourn this special session. As you'll note, even though we are in a special session, very few lawmakers are here. We're in what is called a rolling session, which means most lawmakers stay home until they're called back to vote. That keeps expenses down. Some may refer to the 2012 session as a disappointment because of the lack of a budget agreement. But from where I stand, we have had a lot of success. I serve as the lead Republican on the House Local Government Committee. From that committee, we passed 34 bills. 11 of them have been sent to the governor, including House Bill 2152. This is a measure that I introduced that would repeal the 2-year time extension for final plats and subdivisions and establishes a new time limit of between 5 and 9 years for final plat submissions. What this does is it gives our developers who have navigated a costly permitting process the ability to keep the status they've worked so hard for. This is important support for our developers who are struggling in this very difficult economy. Another measure that I introduced and is on the governor's desk is House Bill 2305. It would authorize port districts to contract for certain public works services which they've not had in the past. While these measures might be technical in nature, both of these bills will help our state and our local economy. That's important as we work to improve our job situations right here in our state of Washington. I serve on the House Transportation Committee, the only budget that passed from the legislative session during regular session was our supplemental transportation budget. It includes money to move ahead with that second 144-car ferry. It also appropriates $500,000 in seed money to begin the process for improving the Bremerton interchange on State Route 3 and State Route 304. In addition, I fought for legislation that passed which would defer sales tax on construction of our Narrows Bridge for 6 more years. This would save nearly $6 million in needed toll revenue and will help to keep the costs of tolls down. Today, I also received a really nice surprise. I'd like to introduce Gary Chandler of the Association of Washington Business.
On behalf of the Association of Washington Business, Jan, I would like to present you our Cornerstone Award for your ongoing support of private employers, businesses in the state of Washington.
Gary, thank you so very much. I appreciate the Association of Washington Business, their efforts and its support that we seek right here in the legislature. And doggone it, let's get Washington working again. Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
I also want to thank all of you for your support and to remind you that my district office in Port Orchard, again, is once open. It's at the South Kitsap Town Mall. For more details, go to my website. You'll see the address right here at the bottom of the screen. thank you again for joining me on Legislative Update. I'm your state representative, Jan Angel.